So, my friend, how is this Mercury retrograde going? Mercury is in Pisces, where it is not always the best with the details. I've heard a few stories where things have fallen through the cracks for people, and that happens when Mercury is in Pisces when it's direct. So, when it is retrograde, like it is now, you can have three times the confusion, things that just seem to take way longer than they should. I had a friend who had a 4-day contractor job on her garage that's been extended to like 3 weeks. And it probably won't be finished for her until the middle of March. So basically around the end of the retrograde. Now, one of the best things I actually learned, and I actually learned this from Venia, I think that's how she pronounces it. Her YouTube channel is My Near Death Experience. I'll put the link down below. And what I like, what she says about Mercury is that whenever anything breaks down during a Mercury retrograde, it gets fixed for the better. So it's usually fixed better and for the long term. So if you're having challenges, frustrations, know that once it gets fixed and complete, it'll be better than it was before. So that's the silver lining in the cloud. Now, the other great thing that we have, and this is always my favorite part of every Mercury retrograde, we have the Mercury Cazimi. And that is when Mercury is conjoined with the sun. It is said to be in the heart of the sun. And the Mercury Cazimi is basically the light of the sun burning away the fog and the confusion that happens during a Mercury retrograde. So this year, it's going to be March 7th. And so this might be a great day to get your taxes done because we're going to have Mercury in Pisces until April 14th. So if you're in the United States, you know that's right up against the tax deadline of April 15th. And like I said, Mercury in Pisces can miss the details. So when you are doing your taxes, any important contracts, that can't wait till when Mercury is direct, double, triple check all of the details. Because during a regular Mercury retrograde, things are bound to be missing or overlooked, or you may not have the full picture until after Mercury goes direct. The nice thing also about the Mercury Cazimi is that if you do have things that can't wait until Mercury does station direct, which will be March 20th this year, after March 7th is considered the action phase of the Mercury retrograde. So if you do have things that can't wait, you can begin to do it after March 7th. So if you do have things that you have to sign, that you have to commit to, it's usually a bit better over time. Usually there's more clarity coming through. Mercury is beginning to speed up. But the caveat with this year is because this is also going to be lining up with the end of eclipse season. The final eclipse was actually March 3rd. So now we're in the closing phase of the eclipse season, and I'm going to do a longer video about that. Things may still not be coming to light. So just because it is eclipse season and it's the end of a Mercury retrograde, if you really can wait till Mercury at least goes direct, I would highly encourage it. But at a minimum, you at least have some options here. And March 7th is a great day. So if you do have to have important conversations, or if you do want to sign a contract, if you can get it set up for March 7th, that might be a great day for you to do that. Just a suggestion. But that's basically what I want to talk about. I also wanted to note that that I'm looking at my notes real quick here. That same day, March 7th, we're going to have Venus in Aries also being joined with Neptune in Aries, conjoined Neptune in Aries. So Venus will be entering Aries March 6th, the day before. And that's always kind of interesting because Venus in Aries is in her detriment, which kind of makes sense because, Aries is very fast, very yang, and Venus is very yin. And so I like to think of the transit of Venus and Aries as us negotiating our yin and our yang, our divine masculine and our divine feminine. And I feel like that's going to be a repeating theme for all of 2026, honestly. But we're getting a taste of it as Venus begins to do that transit in Aries. And the fact that this is happening right after or right before we have the Mercury Cazimi, it feels like maybe on March 7th or that weekend, we're going to get maybe some insight or a flashpoint around where we need to negotiate that yin and that yang on the inside. Or it may even happen in our relationships, maybe even our personal endeavors. So that's something to consider, something to think about. But mostly this video, I just want to focus on the Mercury Cazimi, March 7th. This is a great day where you're going to have clarity of thinking. Um, the delusion and the delays of the Mercury retrograde in Pisces will lift for a little bit. So take advantage of that day. Enjoy it. And like I said, we're going to be in the second half of Mercury retrograde officially after that Mercury Cazimi. But for the most part, I'm wishing you all so much love, so much joy. Please do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I am offering my Skool community $9 a month or $50 a year. We meet weekly in that space. I'm going to be adding some other things to that container as well over the next couple of months. I also have my witnessing you sessions. Those are 30 minutes for $30. And that's where I get the chance to reflect back to you the truth of yourself. It's basically a shorter version of my 90-minute you illuminated session. So it gives you a taste of what that's like and it helps you decide if you want to work with me going forward. I also still have my planning your content creation PDF. That's just $11.11. I'll have a link down below for that as well. And that teaches you how to create content creation by using the cycles of the moon. The moon goes through each astrological sign every 2.5 days. And the moon or the days take on the characteristics of the astrological sign that it's in, for example. So you can check all of that out below. Oh, if you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. I do appreciate all the support. Wishing you so much love. And remember to always honor the light within you.